Afternoon. This is Shreya, student of class 9. Respected principal sir, teachers and my fellow students. It is an honor to welcome you all on the occasion of stimulation of Model United Nation in our school campus. The students are going to present stimulation model of United Nations Emergency General Assembly. The agenda of the discussion is the ongoing military action of Russia on Ukraine. Is it justified? Thank you. And it's over to the President of the session today.
I declare to open the session of the General Assembly. The delegation states, the member states, observer states and the European states should not exceed 4% other observers, 1% in this hall. I now invite representatives to stand and observe 1 minute silence, prayer or meditation. Thank you, delegates. We can now begin the roll call, delegates. I will remember that they state themselves as present and voting. They cannot abstain from voting procedure, whereas they can state themselves as not present, they can abstain from voting. Australia, Belarus, Belgium, Canada, China, Denmark, France, Germany, India, Japan, North Korea, Pakistan, Poland, Russia, South Korea, Ukraine, United Kingdom, United States of America. Seeing there are 20 distinguished representatives present, the simple majority will be set at 8 and the 2/3 majority at 10. Is there a motion to set speaking time?
Whereas, delegate from Belarus, motion is to set the speaking time for 2 minutes.
The speaking time is set to be 2 minutes. We now turn to adopt the agenda of the day. The provisional agenda of the session is decided to be the Ukraine and Russia crisis due to the increasing tension of the situation. May I further take it that the Assembly wishes to adopt the agenda proposed by the Chair. I see no objection. It is so decided. I will now deliver my remarks on the agenda. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, we are all gravely concerned about the fast deteriorating situation and the ongoing military offensive in Ukraine by the Russian Federation. It is the violation of territorial integrity, sovereignty of Ukraine and is inconsistent with the Charter of the United Nations. Today, I renew my call for an immediate ceasefire for all parties to exercise maximum restraint and for full return to diplomacy and dialogue. It is imperative that we act on behalf of women, children and men caught in the crossfire. If the war continues, the humanitarian consequence on the civilian population will be devastating. The mass exodus of refugees, including foreign nationals numbering over 500,000, has shown no sign of stopping. My dear friends, there are no winners in war, but countless lives are torn apart. The strength of this assembly is rooted in authority. Let us demonstrate this moral courage and use today's meeting not to whip up war rhetoric, but to give a peace a chance. Guns are better off when knotted like peace prevails. I thank you. Are there any motion at this time?
Delegates from the United Kingdom motion for a debate on the agenda.
Thank you, delegate. The motion is an order. All those in favor of the motion, please raise your placards now. Thank you, delegate. All those who oppose the motion, please raise your placards now. Thank you, delegate. The motion clearly passes. The debate will be held on whether Russian military action in Ukraine is justified. All those who wish to be added to the speakers list, please raise your placards now. Thank you, delegates. Other speakers for and against those who wish to speak for the motion, please raise the placards now. Thank you, delegate. Since the ongoing situation is in Ukraine, I now give the floor to distinguished representative of Ukraine. Those who wish to speak against the motion, raise your placards now. Thank you, delegates. Delegate from Ukraine, you are now recognized for 2 minutes.
Honorable President, Secretary, UN Secretary General, and my dear fellow delegates. Thank you for the great honor for this floor and having the opportunity representing my country, Ukraine, at present period and speaking to you today. Our leader, President Zelensky, had no intention to join NATO earlier. Now, he wants to join NATO due to the existing war problem with Russia. The whole Belgium knows that most of our income comes from this place, as it has abundant supply of oil which might not liked by Russian government. England had implemented many sanctions, though Russia was slightly affected by it. I would like to extend hearty thanks to you, Excellencies, for this act. Excellency, Russia started sky attack on Ukraine as well as the most powerful weapons. Others, the innocent civilians have been killed and wounded. The Russian missiles are destroying the buildings and other infrastructure. They targeted the radioactive waste disposal sites near the Kyiv, including bridges, buildings, residential areas, etc. Everything this year is happening, taking innocent lives here due to Russia's aggression. The exact numbers is very difficult to estimate now because of the warfare, while negotiations are still underway at the border with Belarus. Excellency, we therefore express our gratitude for overwhelming support from the English firms like UK, Germany, France and India, who provided us with many aiding facilities like weapon, food, etc. in the time of need. But it is regretful to say India, Germany, France and other European countries started buying oil from Russia. It means they looked their own benefit but didn't think about the lives that have been lost during the fight. It is often said that this act is unconstitutional. It would add unpromised returns breed with the sense of omnipotence. Excellency, had the world punished Russia for its unjustful act in 2014, none of the horrors of this invasion of Ukraine would have been possible in 2022. 8 years have already passed, no justice has reached yet. Who knows how many new strategies has created by Russia in 8 years' time. Dear delicate friends, the geographical distance between us may be thousands of miles, but from humanity point of view, we should act as neighbors. We have a dream of fulfilling a peaceful life around the world. I hope you all understood and let's work to fulfill the dream together. Thank you once again, Excellencies.
Thank you, Delegate. Delegate from Russia, you are recognized for 2 minutes.
Madam President and federal delegates, thank you for the honor to speak. I would like to start with the procedural issue. We have just witnessed our break, fraud which to our great who have grown red. The President of the General Assembly played a key role. We are not give the floor on the point of order. You can see the light is still on behind a 9 planet. A statement was distorted and what is being done is deprive the members of the United States of the right to experience to opinion. There is an unprecedented manipulation. It undermines the prestige of the General Assembly and UN as a whole. Green War is an ongoing war which began on 2014 following the Ukrainian Revolution of the Dignity. So this will be an ongoing issue. In January 2021, Ukrainian President Zelensky urged US President Joe Biden to Ukraine to join the NATO. The angered Russia and we are started sending troops near the Russia's border for training exercise from the last spring. Our President, Mr. Putin, operates the conflict as one place against the West. He urged that was West introduced as a springboard to evacuate and destroy us. This war is a strike against the Western aggression and battle to protect our rifle into the hole over the Europeans' east. We have been claiming that Ukrainians and we Russians are one people brother nation. Mr. Putin says that Russia is the world's brother and it should be in charge, launching invention of 24th February 2022. This who are following the discussion in the Security Council know very well that we should ready to agree a balanced and considerate draft in which we propose that we also state an appeal for diplomatic resolution of the crisis. Our personnel were react to positively in many a partner in the Security Council, but the Western camp obviously ended up not leading them as we are here from the statement of peace in Ukraine is not something that made in principle natural, with which we encountered in Ukraine. They only need the escalation in a conflict state towards the plan that they have been working on for many years, namely to overcome to a victorious or severely undermine Russia. Ukraine was used and was chosen by their countries for their purpose, what brought under their control. Thus, we in Russia stands justify our action against Ukraine. This is done. I thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. Delegate from China, you are now recognized for 2 minutes.
Madam President and fellow delegates, thank you for the great honor of speaking on this platform for this agenda today. The Russia and Ukraine crisis made it to the headlines after the outbreak of COVID-19. As we are aware of this situation, we are taken aback by this war and we have remained silent among this. We are one among the 5 communist countries where customary to stay neutral. We neither promote for peace nor support war. But we can make one thing clear that we do not condone the sanction made to Russia made by the Western country, especially USA. The Russia and Ukraine has been seen as an external crisis to the death with utmost clashes like pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. Delegate from United States of America, you are now recognized for 2 minutes.
Madam President and distinguished delegates, thank you for the great honor to speaking you today. Today we call on Russia to respect the sovereignty and territoriality. We call another neighbor a few men who just here for the stop supporting the war and stop allowing its territory to be used facilitating this aggression. Today we stand for in holding Russia accountable for its violations and international law and to address the holistic human rights. The humanity crisis unfold before our eyes as Security Council discussed peace. Mr. Putin declared war against Ukraine, was defended itself with great courage. Russia bombed residential apartment buildings, scanned grounds. It has slept in the gardens of national and hospital. Russia created mass hunter and caused many to fall, open their heart, open their border, open their houses to feeding Ukraine. The truth is that this war was not man choose and one man choose alone President Britain. The United States is choose to stand with the Ukrainian people. We choose as to hold Russia accountable for its action against Ukraine. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. Delegates from United Kingdom, you are now recognized for 2 minutes.
Madam President and distinguished delegates, thank you for the great honor to speaking to you today. The most of the countries have decided to maximize the automatic pressure. They are putting the people's aggressive activities and this must include the world's collective dependence on Russian oil and gas, which has been sold to empower Russia too long. Countries that together comprise half of the world's economy engaged in mechanizing economic professionals and Russia. The United Kingdom announcing the largest and most severe package of economic sanction that Russia has ever seen with new financial mission. We are taking the new paths to target Russian implements. Many sanctions have been brought on the Russian guys. Also, the concept of the United States. We are imposing the fuels as a freeze on BTD and International Trade Bank of Financial System. International Trade Bank of Russia. More broadly, these pounds will enable us to exclude the Russian banks from UK financial system, which is of course by far the largest in Europe, stopping them from assessing, selling and clearing payments to the United Kingdom. Sanction will also be applied to Belarus credit score. Overall, we will imposing assets freezing on 100 new entities and individuals on top of the hundreds. This includes all the major manufacturers that supported Russia in the world. We also introduced the trade sanction on the total import and export from Russia. Furthermore, we are also gaining Aeroflot, the official airline of Russia. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. Is there a motion on the floor to close the debate?
Thank you, ma'am. Delegate from Poland. Poland motion for the close of the debate.
Thank you, Delegate. Thank you, distinguished representative from Poland. All those in favor of the motion, please raise the placards. Thank you, delegates. All those who oppose. Thank you, delegates. The motion clearly passes. We may start the moderated caucus. Delegate from Australia, you are recognized for 2 minutes.
Madam President and distinguished delegates, thank you for the great honor of speaking you today. Australia is a constant supporter of Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity and is proud to have contributed important defense, economic and humanitarian assistance to Ukraine in response to Russia's unilateral, illegal and immoral invasion. We condemn the military actions of Russia on Ukraine in this platform. We have chosen the path of peace. We have chosen the stand with Ukraine and work together against the scourge of war. Life will win over death and light will win over darkness. We will not stop until the people of Ukraine are able to live in peace, in their independent and sovereign nation, within its internationally recognized borders. We urge all members to continue to support every effort from every angle to end Russia's war, aggression against Ukraine and to promote the cause of peace. We urge member states to impose the highest cost on Russia for its aggression, as Australia and many other friends of Ukraine have done. We urge our fellow members to states to continue to provide humanitarian support to the Ukrainian people. As our Prime Minister has said, as our Foreign Minister has said, Australia stands in absolute solidarity with Ukraine. There is no justification for Russia's action. They are illegal, they are unjustified, they are unlawful. We, the people of European nation, will not stand by and let Russia believe its slavery. Today, Russia thought it could divide it, or it did not. We stand together. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. Delegate from Belgium, you are now recognized.
Madam President and fellow distinguished delegates, thank you for the great honor to speaking to you today. We condemn the military actions of Russia on Ukraine in this platform. We have chosen the path of peace. The mission was never again war in Europe, but today, gross violations of everything the United Nations stands for are taking place in Ukraine, with the mass graves and torture chambers in Izium as the latest signs of utter brutality in the unnecessary and illegal war. Moreover, making peace requires the global community to place the principle of the capture, now trampled upon by a founding member, at the forefront again, particularly the principles of territorial integrity and national sovereignty, declaring that the war will have consequences for those The US stated that there will never be peace without accountability. Belgium will help the world change and adapt because climate change is the biggest challenge of our time. We support Ukraine in this critical situation.
Thank you, delegate from Belgium. Delegate from Canada, you are now recognized for 2 minutes.
Madam President and fellow distinguished delegates, thank you for the great honor to speaking to you today. I very much appreciate the opportunity to address the chamber today. This is now a defining time for the United Nations. The Russian Federation is continuing its illegal invasion of Ukraine, an unprovoked act of aggression against its neighbor. Russia has expressed no repentance and has carried on unabated since we last met to condemn its action as a serious violation of humanitarian character. More than 10 million Ukrainians have been forced to flee their homes. 10 million. Think about the number for a minute. 10 million in 4 weeks. That is more people forcibly displaced by Russia's military in Ukraine than the entire population of more than 100 states that are represented in the assembly. 10 million in 4 weeks displaced. Of those, over 3 million refugees have fled Ukraine since the start of this war. This is creating huge strains on neighboring countries and thus not an accident either, and adding unnecessarily to the already record numbers of refugees and displaced persons globally who have fled from Afghanistan, from Venezuela, the Sahel region, Syria, Myanmar, and so many other countries. While we are focused today on Ukraine, we cannot neglect this and other situations. Humanitarian needs everywhere deserve just as much care and attention. Canada will continue to respond to those needs just as we respond to the catastrophe that is unfolding in Ukraine. We will be voting yes today on this resolution for this reason, for humanity. We vote yes for humanity, not in the name of being able to solve all the problems of the world, because we cannot do that, but rather because we have to take footsteps to peace, truth, justice and reconciliation. And yes, sometimes we have to say difficult things and we cannot avoid the facts and the reality of the situation. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate. Delegate from South Korea, you are now recognized for 2 minutes.
Madam President and fellow distinguished delegates, thank you for the great honor to speaking to you today. This war was a choice made by Russia which would not have taken place if Russia had listened to the calls of the international community. We condemn any act that seriously undermines the sovereignty, independence and the territorial integrity of any member state. Our delegation is seriously concerned by the recent announcement by Russia to put the strategic deterrence forces on high alert. We urge Russia to refrain from further escalating the crisis and to seek a diplomatic situation. My country still exists today because the peoples of the United Nations at that time stood up immediately to the crisis of the innocent lives that suffered from no reason of their own. This is why we are expressing our solidarity towards Ukrainian people. This is why we still try to have hope in the system and the commitment of its members to uphold the principles of the Charter. And again, this is why we must be resolutely united against this act of aggression. The root cause of the Ukraine crisis totally rests on the hegemonic policy of the United States and the West, which indulge themselves in high-handedness and arbitrariness towards other countries. Peace will never arrive in the world at any time with the unilateral and double-dealing policy of the US, which threatens peace, security of the sovereign state. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate. Delegate from India, you are now recognized for 2 minutes.
Madam President and fellow distinguished delegates, thank you for the great honor to speaking to you today. India firmly believes that there is no other choice but to return to the path of diplomacy. India is deeply concerned that the situation in Ukraine continues to deteriorate. We reiterate our call for an immediate cessation of violence and to end to hostilities. The complex and uncertain situation at the border adversely impacting the movement of the people. Yesterday, India decided to send relief supplies to Ukraine to deal with the humanitarian situation along with its bordering areas. India thanked all neighboring countries of Ukraine who had opened their borders to Indian citizens and given all facilities to Indian mission and their personnel to evacuate India's national to their homeland. We urge for an immediate cessation of violence and a return to dialogue, and we are willing to contribute in any ways towards peace effort. In telephonic call with Russian President Vladimir Putin, our Prime Minister Sri Modi appealed for immediate cessation of violence and called for concerted efforts for all sides to return to the path of diplomatic negotiation and dialogue. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. Delegate from Denmark, you are now recognized for 2 minutes. Madam President and fellow distinguished delegates, thank you for the great honor to speaking to you today. I have the honor to speak on behalf of the 8 Nordic Baltic countries, Estonia, Finland, Iceland, Latvia, Lithuania, Norway, Sweden and my own country Denmark. A resounding yes to the need to respect the territorial integrity, sovereignty and political independence of all UN member states. A resounding message to Ukraine and Ukrainians in the words of a colleague who spoke yesterday. You are not alone. We stand with you. Today, tomorrow and until peace is restored and Ukraine's sovereignty, independence and territorial integrity are fully restored and respected. We have also sent a clear message to Russia and to Belarus. Stop the aggression now. Full stop. Your invasions of Ukraine deserves our strongest condemnation. You will be held accountable. Every legal avenue available must and will be used to hold the aggressor to account. It is not too late to stop. It is not too late to reverse the course. It is not too late for you to return to this community where you believe with all our faults and imperfections. In the principle of the sovereign equality of all, thousands of civilians have been killed, more have been injured, close to 1 million innocent civilians have been forced to flee across borders. Even more have been internally displaced inside Ukraine. They are in need of help and assistance without delay, without hindrance and preconditions. We take this opportunity to salute and express our deepest respect. Ukraine's neighbors have shown to all those fleeing the conflict, men, women and children from all corners of the world. Once again we echo the words of a protester had written on her sign. If Russia stops fighting, there will be no more war. If Ukraine stops fighting, there will be no more Ukraine. Thank you. Thank you, Delegate. Now we will wait for 2 minutes for a moderate caucus. Delegate can move from their seats and discuss with delegates. Now it's time to get back to the discussion. Thank you, Delegate. Now we move on to the voting procedure of the draft resolution which proposes the withdrawal of Russian troops from Ukraine. Is there any point of motion this time? Thank you, Madam President. Delegate from Denmark motion for roll call vote. Yes, the Council will acknowledge Denmark desire for roll call vote. Due to the voting procedure, the door will be locked and no one can enter or exit during the voting procedure. Delegates who have stated themselves as present and voting are to remember that they cannot abstain from voting procedure. We can start the roll call vote. Australia, Belarus, Belgium, Canada, China, Denmark, France, Germany, India, Japan, North Korea, Pakistan, Poland, Russia, South Korea, Ukraine, United Kingdom, United States of America. The result of the roll call vote is as follows: 13 in favor, 4 against, and 3 abstentions. The resolution proposing the withdrawal of Russian troops from Ukraine is hereby adopted. The General Assembly collected the meeting here. The meeting is